President Donald Trump and his Democratic rival Joe Biden both returned to the campaign trail today after holding separate town hall events last night. The presidential nominees are trying to appeal to voters with just 18 days until the election.
I'm moving heaven and earth to safeguard our seniors from the China virus, to deliver life-saving therapies in record time, and to distribute a safe and effective vaccine before the end of the year. Seniors will be the first in line for the vaccine.
President Trump started the day in Florida, where he talked about protecting America's seniors. Later tonight, he is scheduled to hold a Make America Great Again rally in Georgia. Meanwhile, Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden took his campaign to Michigan today to discuss affordable health care.
We all know the terrible price this nation has paid. Lives lost, unemployment way up. Across Michigan and the country, folks are worried about making their next rent payment or mortgage payment.
Newly released numbers show the Biden campaign outraised the Trump campaign in September by more than $100 million. Joe Biden is also ahead in national polls and in many swing state polls. Joining me now is Pardo, Trump 2020 Deputy Communications Director. Great to have you on. So we just heard about the Biden campaign's strong September fundraising. It does coincide with the death of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. What role do you think the nation's highest court and the nomination of Amy Coney Barrett are playing in the 2020 election?
Well, I think we're seeing a similar role into what it played in 2016, which is that the American people want a strong constitutional conservative on the Supreme Court. They want a president who will put those people on the Supreme Court. This president has proven that he will do that. Amy Coney Barrett is extremely qualified. I don't think there's anybody who would argue that, and she's going to make a fantastic Supreme Court justice. I think the American people are excited about that, and we continue to see our excitement on the road when the president is at that rally. And we already have lines in Macon, Georgia, and we continue to see a very, very excited base across the country.
What do you think Judge Barrett showed the American people during hearings this week, and what stood out the most to you?
Well, I mean, as a female, as a Catholic, I will tell you that I was inspired about how she can be such a great mom, so true to her faith, but also so true to her profession. She is an honest, kind, intelligent person. I think she inspires me, and she's going to inspire generations of young girls who want to be able to get into the workforce and to be the best of the best, because that's exactly what she is.
When the president talks about his accomplishments in his first term, he always mentions the high number of judges and Supreme Court justices that have been confirmed, that is. Can you talk about why that's so important?
Well, the president did his job. For years, we saw vacancies on courts across the country. They weren't being filled. They weren't getting nominated, or they weren't being filled by the Senate. This president has worked with Leader McConnell to ensure that we are filling those vacancies, that we have strong conservative judges filling the courts, and to make sure that they're upholding the rule of law and following the Constitution as it was written and as it was supposed to be implemented. And so we have those judges in the courts now, and this president has done a fantastic job to make sure laws are followed and followed correctly moving forward.
Well, we don't have a lot of time left, but any final thoughts when it comes to Judge Barrett and the election?
Well, I was just so impressed with her this week. I was so impressed with her performance, her breadth of knowledge, and I hope that folks who didn't have a time to watch her hearings and sit around all day have the opportunity to go back, listen to it, listen to the testimony of someone like Laura, her former student, and really get a better understanding and grasp of what an amazing woman we are about to have on the Supreme Court.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. Pardo, Trump 2020 Deputy Communications Director. Thanks again,